Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. So on the top right side, as the OKW4, we have the Prince7900XTX, whatever that means. On his opponent as a Soviet player, we have Jimmy890, and this is a clan match. Group of Agion deployed out on the field. We do have the combat engineers capturing some points. Looks like just a conscript opener. Folks going here on the build queue. Let's see, what doctrines should either player go for? We do, of course, have elite armor. Potentially good. Most people like to use it for the 221/223, and heat rounds are always nice. Overwatch doctrine, that probably would be pretty good. Jaeger infantry, there's a very wide open map, so Jaeger infantry could be very good. And grand offensive, people like their tiger tank. Opponent, we got guard motor coordination tactics. All those assets are good. Counterattack tactics could be potential. KV1's pretty good. Shock troops, a little bit open, but shock troops can handle open fields. And recon overflight's always nice. And guard rifle combined arms tactics. Again, the KV1, some other assets. So another potentially good one. So I don't see any doctrine I would just say absolutely no for either player. The closest one I would probably say would probably, honestly, probably Grand Offensive. I think that people value the Tiger Tank a little bit too much, in my opinion. That and probably counterattacks, so those two are least likely to pick on this map here. I just like Jaeger infantry myself. Knock around the combat engineers. The Shroom Pioneers should be able to close distance, no problem. But we got the conscripts now closing on in this location. And the Shroom Pioneers are just going to fight from light cover. He has wired off the heavy cover there, which is very good. And this conscript squad could go ahead and back away to capture some other points. Conscripts are advancing as well. And he's just going to go ahead and hit that Shroom Pioneer. He is actually in the capture zone as well. Cutting it very close, apparently. AT grenade research? He's gone for early AT grenades. Usually we see at least 4 conscripts before that point. Another conscript on the build queue. And he has backed away, get onto the heavy cover. Volk's going to have to put some heavy cover in front of the heavy cover to get more heavy cover. And the Volk's going here are behind heavy cover, which can always deploy out some more heavy cover to get more heavy cover. We got the Sheer Panzer Quarter or SWS half track. He may be using this to crush some terrain to prevent his opponent from using it. And we do have the 221 now deployed on the field, so we do have the 221 selected. I guess you like the Tiger Tank. I know the Tiger Tank's good. I just feel like I like other assets. I'm not really a big fan of doctrines. OKW doctrines just gives Veramok assets just because I don't like how a lot of the doctrines designed. That's why in my mod I changed a lot of that stuff. Then again, I went really crazy with my mod in the first place. Yep. It all depends about on squad position as well. If they get really stacked up behind light cover, they can get annihilated. Heavy cover can generally absorb the shot and prevent some damage.
Comrades, we have now installed a field hospital at headquarters.
Got some healing available for the... Oh, you're talking about a... Oh, you're talking about something before a balance patch Tiger, I'm guessing.
T-34-85 tanks are now ready for use. Use them to crush the Huns. Our T-34s have been outfitted with 85mm guns. We will follow their tracks to victory.
We do have another doctrine lock-in. Guard motor coordination tactics is pretty standard doctrine. He probably also wants to set out for the guards for the AT rifles.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Yeah, the old Tiger Ace. I wasn't playing Company Heroes 2 while the old Tiger Ace, or the original Tiger Ace, I should say, was around. but I heard that thing was absolutely absurd and insane. I still remember the Tiger Ace where you get permanent resource drain while it's still in the field. That was not really, as much as you want to use and have fun with it, it just wasn't useful. Conscripts should be forced back, but they're getting a lot of damage in. They could actually take time to retarget this one here to convince that one to fall back as well. Oh, granted, in my mod, I made it so you can now deploy out 2 Tiger tanks, which can be just as deadly. And I really made, in my mod, I really made the Tiger tank deadly, but a bit more squishy, ironically, with the change to the tank destroyer damage. But it becomes very, very, very fun to use. Wow, some wire right there? Is he laying down that wire to prevent sandbags from being deployed right there? If he is, that's actually quite smart.
Mobile command has been set. The static post is now in operation.
We've got the battle group HQ deployed on now. Immediately going for the upgrade. He's likely eyeing for a quick flak half track, I'm guessing, and not a healing at HQ, or he could be eyeing. No, he's not going for sheer fast, sheer kinds of orders.
Ready for action.
The Tiger Ace. There was also a bulletin to improve the Tiger Ace vision range as well. Volkswagen do get singed quite a bit. Blah. And now the conscripts making their way forward. This conscript is behind some heavy cover. There's 2 squads of Volksgrenadiers can deal with them. We've also got a flanking squad of conscripts, where these Volksgrenadiers are caught in the middle. 2 Kugelwagens trying to get some damage in as well. These squads will need to fall back really soon. This conscript squad is being focused down as well. Does get the STGs upgraded both these squads. This guy is being bathed in fire. But it still has all the squad members, though a bit wounded. Nothing been brought up by the battle group. Oh, there is. We got the flak half track deployed on out, so I did guess correctly with that. The conscripts being hunted down by the 221, but does not get fully hunted. He does have AT grenade research, as we've known earlier. And sandbags have been deployed out next to the sandbags to give more heavy cover for the heavy cover next to the heavy cover. I'm going. It's just going to be a line of heavy cover right there.
You need something demolished? Ready for action.
Sandbags deployed out.
Contact! Enemy infantry! Attain veteran status! Waiting for your command.
Both these constant veteran C1s that can deploy out some tripwire flares. Volksgrenadiers are behind heavy cover. Great positioning. They get out of heavy cover at the exact wrong time. Clear sign he does not have map hacks. And T-70 has been deployed out in the field before any sort of support weapon. He has deployed out, of course, the support weapon company in case he needs to get out some Zis guns. And no guards yet either. So he selected the doctrine without using any assets at the moment. He has 3 command points. He can deploy out 100-200mm mortar. He can deploy out some guards, but decides not to get either though. So he must plan to use the T-3485. Volksgrenadiers are quite wounded. Is the battle group HQ does have medic upgrade, very nice. Oh, there's 3 windows on that side? Not bad. Flamer engineer deployed on out. 223 is trying to actually set up on a point relatively soon. That of course does also increase his health. Now we do have the T-70 pushes way forward, does see some fire there, but wants to miss there as the Defender Warfare starting to set on up. Wait, how many misses were? Was he force firing the ground? Or was he trying to hit the Stone Pioneers? He wasn't close to getting that thing wiped out. So it didn't really make a difference. Maybe he was trying to get the Stone Pioneers to get some damage in. Stop Hoorah and get to cover. Oh, it does get an AT grenade there on the 223. We got the Stone Pioneers trying to move over to repair it up. Up north, we got some more sandbags. And the Volksgrenadiers do interrupt the deployment of those sandbags. 2 squads of Volksgrenadiers are advancing. He may force back this Volksgrenadier squad. Well, he does. Sooner than actually expected. He could take time to set up the 223 over here on this fuel point to increase its resource income.
Crews are now authorized to make emergency repairs.
And now we do, of course, have the emergency repair ability. 200mm mortar does roll a miss there on the Sturm Pioneers. That has been pulled on out. That may give an idea of what doctrine he has selected his opponent. Though he does not remember what doctrine he's was in his lineup, he may give an idea. May not give him an idea what doctrine is, but since we know that that's the only doctrine with the 100mm mortar that he had selected, we know which doctrine he has selected. T-70 does receive some shots. 2-second shot there. Conscripts pushing before, engaging the Volksgrenadiers. And now this mortar is actually pretty close range. This rounds could drop right on somebody's head. Conscript here, only one model firing, does receive a incendiary grenade there. And now the 120mm mortar is going to fall back. But it's just a soft retreat. These conscripts could push his way forward.
Ready for duty.
I'm actually still surprised that this 223 has not set up on a fuel or munitions point. Good damage there on those conscripts.
Orders complete.
Just he captures that and runs, not realizing that the retaliation was nowhere near close enough. Does go down and utilize the detection mode. Rowing forward, it's pretty far away from that Zis gun as well. He will get the AT grenade off, probably a bit of a waste, or maybe not. Does reset up that AT gun in time. He did actually have another shoe mine queued up right there. He actually is going to deploy it out. Interesting. The 223 is making advance. Let's get some good damage in. Now efficiency 2. Maybe it's really trying to get up the Bet 5 Regal anti-tank mines. They're gonna work for a set on up. Get some good hits there on the T-70. Does not find an angle there. It sounds like a Zis gun barrage raining on in. Nope, just a rounds onto the 223. Black half track is defensive in the middle of the map. Hasn't really gotten much work done so far. And the Volksgrenadiers do fall back or a soft retreat away while the consoles do a full retreat. More 120mm mortars. I don't know why 120mm mortar seems like it's a very hard. It's a tongue twister.
Combat promotion.
Old Assassin Squad pushes its way forward, trying to gauge these conscripts, getting some damage in there. And the conscripts do fall back to heavy cover. The Opens are behind light cover, and there's also flanking Volkswagen, and the Light takes up the heavy cover while at it. T-70 reviewing some much needed repairs. We do have the Mechanized Armor Company deployed on now. He likely, maybe a good idea to save up and deploy out T-34-76, something a bit more for anti-infantry rather than save up on 85. Additionally, it will be cheaper and deploy out much sooner, and he's pretty close to that, 20 more fuel for it. We do have the Sheer Panzer Quarter, does have the up gun, so it's a good chance there's going to be a Panzer IV out relatively soon as well. He has 125 fuel. He has deployed out his 223 onto the fuel point as well, giving it what, an extra 7 or 8 fuel per minute. Rounds running in a little bit short. And his Open Squad is inside this garrison. There's 2 windows inside. Good for the LMG-34, but that's about it. Black half-track sitting on up, trying to get some damage there onto the conscripts. Does get some nice angles there, suppressing the squad. But the 120mm mortar is getting some good hits down the garrison as well, forcing a full retreat from these forces. We do have a Panzer IV on the build queue for the OKW player now. And we do have enough fuel for a T-34-76 for the Soviet player, but seeing the Panzer IV on the build queue now, it's probably a good idea he does go for the 85. So he does destroy the sandbags there. This wire was pretty good at preventing the proper placement of the sandbags.
Task complete.
Panzer IV deployed, awaiting orders.
Panzer IV deployed on now. He's likely going to go for, yep, the Panzer Commander. And over here we do have the T-70 pushes way forward, does throw a good round there onto the Volksgrenadiers. House does connect conscripts here to provide some cover for him. Looks like the Panzer IV is not moving to pursue it. So we could see a big push in the center with the Panzer IV and the flak half-track. Yeah, get some sleep. I don't blame you. I get some sleep. That's far too late for me to stay up, so yeah. Go ahead and enjoy your sleep.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Like does find a AT mine there, and big push here, including the 223. The 223 is receiving some fire there, does receive AT grenades there on the Panzer IV, multiple AT gun shots there, and the Panzer IV goes down, takes a double AT gun. Massive loss there. Black half-track receiving fire there, 223 goes down. No smoke from the flak half-track. And he loses all that stuff. Jeez, that was horrible. That was losing all of his assets right there. I said beforehand to go over the T-34-85, but kind of, the kind of does get the kill down the T-70. I did say best go to T-34-85. He's going for it now, but at this point in time, him losing all that assets, it'd probably be a good idea to go for the T-34-76s. And that guy left at the exact wrong time, didn't he?
Orders? Do you need something?
Let's see now. The OKW player, upon seeing the T-34-85, he can either go for a Jagdpanzer, another Panzer IV, which that would be more of a disadvantage, or go save it for a Panther. Maybe a good idea to go for the Jagdpanzer. Because he doesn't have the 223 anymore for additional fuel income, so he's now fighting a fuel deficit.
Contact! Enemy fire!
Conscripts going around to capture some points. We got these Oversatsen and Volksgrenadier in the region as well. Good damage right there. Number 85 pushes his way forward. Let's get a couple of kills there. T485 with the 2 assist guns pushing his way forward. Taking out the Chair Panzer would be a massive victory. It will stop any further tanks. That's gonna go hit there on the lag. Good hit there as well. Let's just try and force fire the Chair Panzer quarters. Now you can mainly fire it. The other Ziskan needs to start pushing his way forward as well. The Cannon Whipper right there. Infantry needs to start closing in here. Overtoss needs to throw the plumbing grenade. Does pull back nice and early. It may have been a good idea to actually stick around, but that's with the caster vision, knowing that he is pretty far away from any sort of armor asset being deployed. Can't say it fault him for being safe, but at that point in time, if he would have succeeded, it would have been worth the gamble, even losing both the AT guns. Puncher on a 1mm mortar, now retreating back. Conscripts make their way forward, 7-man squads, there's 3 of them? Yep, all 4 upgraded the 7-man squad upgrade. Photo grenade thrown, that was a, oh no, that's a fragile smoke. And we'll first find some good hits there on the T-3485. And this Volksgrenadier squad will be overwhelmed by the conscripts. Does stop the capture there as well. Obsas and Volksgrenadiers make their advance.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
And a Molotov was thrown there by the conscripts. Incendiary grenade was thrown in return, getting some damage there. And the Volksgrenadiers do get the Veteran C4 with that. Conscripts along the flank, get out the Veteran C3, wipes out the Volksgrenadiers. They're just losing a lot of stuff. Huh, he also has the Iron Hide bulletin. That's actually a really good bulletin. Panzer IV, the OKW Panzer IVs already have absurdly high armor of, was it 234? 5% increased armor protection, nets them at least additional 10, what, 12 armor? You know, almost up to 250. The armor bulletins are better the more armor you already have. Getting higher, larger amounts of armor. 100mm mortar, engaging the Chair Panzer quarters. We've got another Panzer for the build queue. Now, seeing as of that bulletin, that can actually make a difference between a T-3485 and an OKW Panzer IV engagement. Like something got deployed on out. No, they just changed the location where you deployed out the Panzer IV. I just saw the flag, the deployment flag got deployed down right in front of us. Good hits there on the Volksgrenadiers. And the Cannon Whipper does capture the point. Olbson's only behind some light cover. All the heavy cover was destroyed. And the Cannon Whipper's not trying to set that up, but the Prince's smoke again. It has more immediate effect. I can see why he's going for it. It has an immediate effect rather than him dodging out of the way of the bundle grenade. Those flak rounds do not suppress the conscripts, so they can potentially get out some good work in. Mark target deployed out onto the Panzer IV. One hit there. Rolls a bounce there. And now perhaps have nope, light rounds just raining on the conscripts. Conscripts throwing some rounds there, or Panzer IV throwing some rounds there on the conscripts. They're quite wounded. That one rolled a miss. One well-placed shot could actually wipe out that squad. We got some mortars raining in on top of the flag. Was it both rolled and miss? One and there from the AT gun. Mark target still active. Rolls another miss right there. Flag, perhaps eyeing a barrage there. Knows in general attack, auto attack. .8485 does crush the sandbags. It looked like it was actually on purpose. Those two T-3485s spotted on the field. We've got some more heavy cover to increase the amount of heavy cover for the heavy cover.
Target vehicle marking available.
Got some rounds being deployed out, hitting that HQ now.
Under attack!
He does have a good amount of fuel reserves, so it's probably pretty soon to get out another Panzer IV. Got a Katusha on the build queue for the Soviet player.
Orders complete.
And here comes a light shot onto these forces. I know what's the light's actually going to be hitting the 120mm mortar as more landmines being pulled out. Very nice. It's a doctrine where you tend to float a lot of munitions there, so pulling out some extra landmines never hurt. He also gone for cheaper landmines as well. And also the just a scratch bulletin. There's two KV-1 bulletins for that shows the shield there. One is misleading compared to the other one. One increases the armor, the other one increases the, or decreases the target size, which is pretty much inherently worthless. Katusha needs to fall back. It does receive a bit of burst there. Reduced target size is not really worth it on a heavy tank. Oh, and he fired and interrupted, not getting, and puts on cooldown because he threw one rocket. Oh, that's what I was hearing. You got the timed mortar barrage to hit the HQ, getting some good damage there. Oh, gotta avoid that one.
Incoming mortars! Waiting for your command.
Conscripts captured the munitions point there. More landmines being deployed on out, very nice. And the 120mm mortar is going to be forced on back. We see a bit too much fire right there.
Sandbags are set up. I am sweating like a...
The enemy still has 300 points. Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
The critic player still has more tickets than his opponent. At 297, I heard we're taking losses times 2. The pair of conscripts went down right there. And we got these conscripts falling on back now. That's a regular barrage. It's actually a decent hit there on the Shum Pioneers, getting some good damage. Again, we're throwing some rounds there onto the sandbags. And I got the conscripts were inside the garrison as well. The garrison still has plenty of health. He does throw a incendiary grenade into it. Katusha barrage, trying to throw some rounds there onto the kind of refer. Does detonate a landmine as well and gets a direct hit there, decrewing the gun. Olb's also maybe eyeing to recrew it, but they are receiving some fire from the conscripts. He should be able to recrew it without losing the squad. deadly hit there.
Rifleman ready.
Does deploy out some landmines as well. You got the Sturm Tiger deployed on out. Okay, I was not expecting the Sturm Tiger to be deployed. Sturm Tiger's not, even in team games where it's supposed to do a bit better, not really all that great. Conscript 2 taking some shots there at the Volksgrenadiers. Mechanowaffer is pushing forward. This is a fresh Mechanowaffer. No, that's just one recruited by the Oberstdotz. Not fresh. But the Oberstdotz defense group, while expensive, would make the gun quite resilient to fire. Sturm Tiger may have been spotted there. I'm not sure if the Sturm Tiger was actually spotted. But this may be a bit of a surprise for the Soviet player.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Doesn't need a landmine there with the Oberstdotz. Good landmine placement. He must know it's there. He, or at least hears it.
We are losing territory.
Oh, that flare mine will reveal everything here. Oh! Question for the Soviet player. He sees all of that. Mark target on the Sturm Tiger as well. That flare mine came at the exact right time. That's a really, really good thing about flare mines. I mostly think of flare mines just like they pick off one model here and there. And the Mark target, of course, it revealed off the Mechanowaffer. Sturm Tiger pushed way forward. Franz aircraft, the Mark target aircraft still up in the air. Sturm Tiger light shot on something. We see some pen and bounce there. Mechanowaffer's trying to fire away. Decides to fall back with Sturm Tiger. Trying to go for an AT grenade there on the Sturm Tiger. This is really wounded. The Sheer Panzer Quarter should protect it from being advanced. Does actually fire bolts on the Sheer Panzer Quarter somehow. Did not receive any fire in return. Put it there onto the Oberstdotz. They will need to fall back entirely. Mechanowaffer's pushing the way forward. Prepared for reload complete. No, that's just the emergency repair ability being utilized for a good touch of health. Panzer 4 does use heat rounds there, getting great pen. Volkswagen not going for a Faust. Mechanowaffer does get a hit with it. That Mechanowaffer gets a great hit in as well. Heat round does connect, takes out the T-245. Very, very nice. And the Mechanowaffer does get a kill steal from the Panzer IV. More mortars on the Sheer Panzer quarters. Likes now Vector C4, very nice. Gets great hits there on the 120mm mortar. Sturm Tiger advancing.
Here we go. Get ready to move.
Trying to go with the Comm Engineers. Does not get the shot off. He could have got it. It's always been iffy whether or not you can't get the shot off or not. If you select the fire while it's still moving forward within its not beyond the maximum range, but with its minimum range, it tends to be a bit more responsive. Something I've noticed. Here comes the Sturm Tiger. Does fall back as well. Does get a nice lot of treats, which is important. It just doesn't feel good. I'm unable to get the shot off. Obersatzens are getting overwhelmed, both of them. That one does fall back. 100 millimeter mortar gets a good hit there on the Kenworther. Both players 201 to 199, so both of them are very even on tickets. 485 does get a nice hit there on to the Kenworther as it runs away. Tiger does receive 2 pens there. Going for a cool rod, trying to go for the AT grenade, does get another hit there. AT grenade does connect. He may need to use emergency repairs, but has to be out of combat. 485. Pencil Force pushes away forwards now. Shroom Pioneer is coming to repair now. Let's get a good hit there on the conscript squad. Got some good mortar hits there. That flag's almost wiped out, and does get wiped out there.
A gun crew has been lost.
Both Grenadiers do get forced back. Try to go for a shot there. If he sees it start being captured, he'll fire. He'll probably take this time to fire off a shot. Two of the Kenworths here, so we'll look on the T-3045. They will be engaging each other in glorious melee combat. And T-34 does get a good hit there. Heat round thrown on in. Emergency warp speed just utilized with the Blitzkrieg. Combat Blitz. T-3045 severely does get taken out there by the Panzer IV. Now, was going to try to hunt down the Katusha, finds the AT mine. Throws an AT gunshot in as well. Another one does pen. One more shot does get killed off. Archer plus AT grenade, maybe enough to finish off. It's really hard for me to tell. Does throw the AT grenade down. Does not get killed there. Finds another landmine there with the Obersatzen. AT-3485 will say hello. Both of them bounced or missed. Fresh Guard Squad, both of them missed once again. T-45 just needs to stop moving, gets a pen in return, and there goes the Panzer IV. You got some guards freshly deployed now, trying to get the DPs for a button vehicle. And conscripts will be throwing out a Molotov. Looks like this was recently fired. Just got done with the loading as well. Trying to find an angle. Maybe we'll find an angle on this conscript squad.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Now the T-3485 deployed on now. Guards with DPs are now pushing the way forward. On the right side, conscripts making their advance, forcing back the Storm Pioneers. And now this Obersatzen squad will need to fall back, sustain quite a bit of fire there. Storm Tiger fires, does get a stun on the T-35 and suppresses the combat engineers, but that's about it. His Kenworthers may get revealed because of Volkswagen still in the region, and they do get actually fork and retreat back there now. This is the one that was stunned by the Boom Tiger.
This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet Union.
Azor has the commander being upgraded now. Does force back the conscripts. Good hit there. Storm Tiger reloaded. Good pushes way over here. Some good juicy targets there. And we do got, of course, the Panther Commander upgrade for the Panzer IV. Going for the shot there. Let's get a pen from the T-3485. Not taking opportunity to try to fire on the T-35 and maybe at max range. Does fall back in time. It's there and does fall back. Good hits there. Sturm Tiger not lining the shot. And here comes a Katusha barrage raining on top of that mechanic warfare. Those scattering all around it. Does see the kill there. Does get another kill there in the last volley. Will largely miss. T-485 pushes way forward, going for Pentecost. You know he is scratched. Oh no, he's not going for Pentecost. Or maybe it was the guy who was going for it actually got interrupted. Obsassin did get a bit of healing there. Heals out of combat at vet 3. He does throw out a fragile smoke grenade and receives a Molotov in return. Over here, T-245 fully repaired. One of these AT guns are pretty wounded.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Getting some good damage there onto the conscripts. Does force him back there. Ooh, Sturm Tiger. Does it get one model there of the combat engineers? 9 kills so far on the Sturm Tiger so far. Like this roll miss there. We do have the conscripts capture the central VP, and we do have the two T-45 trying to hunt down the Panzer IV. So there's a landmine detonation there as well.
All complete.
Both these points are captured. There may have been... I don't know why. I think there may have been a flare mine deployed out there, but I may be mistaken.
Who needs engineers when you have strong Soviet backs? There are no cowards here.
Conscripts have deployed out some sandbags right there. Obsatsen and Volksgrenadiers make their advance on the wrong side of the sandbags. Now they're on the right side of the sandbags, and the beginning of first do destroy the sandbags. There's no Molotov there. Wars just only seems a little bit of the Volksgrenadiers. Not back flies, don't get health out of combat. And more landmines have been deployed out. There's a lot of landmines deployed. Obsatsen gets a nice flank there on top of the conscripts. Cards Riflemen do brace dirt, get some more damage in. Sturm Tiger could push forward to throw a giant rocket on top of him for that.
Target secure. Capture complete. No enemy activity.
VP is captured. We got the conscripts to make their way forward. And we got both these people beginning with a setup in a great position there, getting 2 pins there immediately. Going for a high explosive barrage with one of them. Another hit there, fires, and there goes the T-35 to the ambush of the cannon warfers. Does get one of the crude, but definitely worth it. Trying to go for the Sturm Tiger. It's a good hit there. One of the AT guns are decrewed, and now it's trying to reload right there. Panzerfaust does connect, but not enough for the engine damage. Another Panzerfaust, no, that's a Panzer Shrek hit as well. Mark target onto the Sturmtiger. And then the Panzer up north, a bit wounded from the AT guns. Again, what's with the music just changing like that?
Enemy down to 100 points.
T-34 85 pushing away forward to get some good damage in. He does go in and throw out a Frenchable smoke grenade.
Orders complete. Standing by.
He does capture the point. Obusan squad mates need to fall back entirely. And Passport does receive a hit there. Conscripts trying to pursue the Kenneworfer. As the Kenneworfer sets on up, gets a good hit there. Kenneworfer will need to fall back, does receive a Molotov. And Sturmtiger does connect, I think right there? No, right there. I don't think he got any kills there, maybe one or two. Conscript squad does fall back. Obsatsen advancing, throws out a bundle grenade there, and does receive some damage. Kenneworfers are lining on up, gets a double hit there, almost down, one more shot and it's down. Will he reload in time? He does not reload in time. Good bundle grenade right there. Close range Katusha barrage gains some great hits there. May wipe out some of these splinters. Nope, does not. Heat rounds may be utilized by this T-34, does, or by the Panzer IV. Mark target on the Panzer IV. Nope, not enough munitions for heat rounds. That was a little miss there. Mark target increases damage, and I think pen, but not accuracy.
A mere 50 points remain before our defeat. The sector is at risk.
Sturmtiger is reloaded. Best not go for an AT grenade. Don't have the munitions for it. Could waste. No steam hit there from the Sis gun. Fires a close range shot.
We must hold the enemy. We are down to our last 25 points.
Soviet players course down to the last 25 points. The northern and southern point is being captured on off. Obsatsen's just pitching some shots at long range. The Kenneworfer should not have been recaptured right then. Volkswagen should have pushed forward to allow the Obsatsen to continue firing. So the Shun Pioneers do manage to recapture the southern point, so the Soviet players still be counting down against them. Obsatsen and Volkswagen are making their advance, trying to get some good damage there. 10 points, not a whole lot. He did a 45 in this region, has to fight while low health. That point is, ooh, a lot of explosives. So Conscript should be able to start securing that point now. Point will get decaptured. Flying is getting some hits in as well. Does get the point decaptured, falls back now, trying to avoid the Sturmtiger about ready to fire its shot off. Conscript's trying to capture the point once again. Sturmtiger, one of the best assets to keep a point secure, that's for sure. Right now, the Soviet player does not need to dive in on that point. It suppresses his own Volksgrenadier. It does suppress the conscript as well. Kenneworfer finds a hit there. And now here comes Katusha Barrage of this region, getting some great hits there. Volksgrenadier squad will skip Katusha Barrage, so does the Kenneworfer. There's two Kenneworfers right here. Doesn't add Vector C4. Both of them have Vector C4. Goes out front with a smoke grenade there, which may draw him close for a bundle grenade there, but 120mm mortar does find a good hit. Heads forward, maybe behind the force far the ground. Find some good hits there. guards need to find a good grenade in return. And the OKW forces will go and recapture the central VP. Until we place on the forward tickets, Conscript's trying to push on forward, but I don't think there's any way for him to interrupt this cap. And that's going to be game. Again, there's too much right there. Nothing threatening the southern point. Yeah, that's game. And that's the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.